Sometimes life isn't fair. Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, American Dragon took on Okada. There was a tap out in the middle of the match. He was selling an arm injury. It was a little bit confusing. We did not know how bad it was. Brie Danielson, I guess that's what she goes by now. His wife sent out an X-ray. And the quote is, not sure to be proud or chastise him for wrestling 10 more minutes with this break. Definitely worse than we thought. It was a simple elbow drop, and he had his arm in the wrong position. And he went 10 more minutes, kept going, and his arm snapped. So you look at the match a lot differently than you did before, because the tap out seemed to come out of nowhere. And hopefully he recovers fast. What's your thoughts on this, Mr. Raccoon?
Yeah, it's a clean break. It feels like dude looked at Cody Rhodes wrestling with the torn pec and was like, "Hold my beer."
Yeah. Well, in the post match, he said two things. One, he said, "Whenever you're hurt, you can stop the match or keep going." And he's like, "All the times I've kept going, I've never regretted it." I'm paraphrasing, of course, but he said something on that. And then he also kind of bad news for you, Raccoon. He said that he's probably too old and it's too difficult to do the G1. He said, I probably won't do the G1. But a lot of people are speculating, strong speculation, that him and Okada will battle at Wrestle Kingdom. And I don't know how fast a clean break heals. I haven't broke a bone probably since the crash. Go ahead.
A clean break can heal faster because it sets easier, from what I understand. And I was reading that it can heal as quick as 6 weeks, but it could also take months.
Got it.
It depends on how fast he heals. I don't think he's going to be back and fully ready to go in time for in like 8 weeks. I don't think so.
Got it. Well, Kingdom is January 4th. So we're talking Japan.
Yeah, but he had said originally that he was going to be back in 8 weeks.
Oh, got it. And I'd rather have him be safe than, have to wrestle injured, especially considering the way he was talking at the post conference. So we wish you nothing but a speedy recovery and mad props for 10 more minutes. And I'm glad we got to learn about this news. I know back in the day they would have kayfabed this, but now we're like, hey man, why did the match end like this? Why, now we know, and it's just like, damn. But yeah, so Bryan Danielson, one of the toughest SOBs in pro wrestling, continues on, and he's a warrior. Hopefully he heals up and everything will be fine. Your final thoughts on this, sir?
I still think it's nuts that he went 10 minutes with it broken like that.
Yeah. And one thing that he did bring up is that, a lot of wrestling journalists and wrestling fans try to be doctors. And he was bringing up the point of, yeah, dude, you saw Kenny Omega and, Will Ospreay do, I'm using quote marks here, dangerous moves. And then here I am with the most simplest move, breaking my arm. So, I don't know. I just think pro wrestling in general is dangerous. And sometimes you have to take risk, and you don't know.
I did like something Bryan had said, which is he had said that before matches he checks with AEW's medical staff about certain moves before he goes out and does them to make sure they're fine.
Yeah. That's kind of awesome. It's really awesome that he respects the doctors that much. So, we wish you nothing but a speedy recovery. We're beyond heartbroken that you will not be coming to the G1, but G1 is difficult. It's not easy. It's not an easy task. For runners, it's the marathon. For sports players, it's the playoffs. It's playoffs probably times 10. But yeah, it's a difficult situation. But still, love to see him at Kingdom. Love to see him and Okada go one-on-one. And it would be an interesting situation. So,
yeah,
there you
I'm looking
go.
forward to the eventual promo off where Okada mentions that he broke his arm, and then Bryan says back, "You broke my arm, but I broke your spirit."
Oh, yeah. They can go back and forth and not all that. So, yeah, it should be interesting. By the way, according to the Twitter machine, Okada hasn't tapped out since he tapped out to Nakamura. How long's Nakamura been gone? 6, 7, 8 years?
A while.
Yeah,
It's
so
been at least 5, I think.
yeah, so Okada has not tapped out in a really long time. So overall, Bryan Danielson, we wish you a speedy recovery and thank you for being awesome. Salute. Listen, Bryan Danielson, I know you're listening. I just want to fucking do an open letter to you. I was the first person to ever interview you. Before you retire, can I be the last person to interview you? That would be pretty cool. I kind of want to go to an ATM, an AEW scrum, and be like, hey, do you remember the first person that interviewed you? That was me. That was me. I'm old. And he's like, sir,
what if before you
security?
can say that's me, he's like, yeah, the guy was really weird.
I mean, let's be honest. I'd still follow it.
At that point, do you not say that it was you?
Oh, every time, dude. Come on, dude. We banned a dinosaur until what's his name touches the title. We're a lot of things, but weird. We're a lot of things and we're not a lot of things. But weird is safe. It's safe to say. I mean, you're a raccoon for Christ's sakes.
I am.
No one told me. I thought you were gonna be like Rocket. I ate a raccoon.
Damn, you gotta compare me to the Disney guy.
Sorry, man. I thought he would be your role model. How do you feel? Is he like a guy you look up to, like The Rock, or is he like the John Cena of raccoons?
He should have died.
Yeah, well, it could have been. Oh well. I know. In Guardians, they said one of the guys originally was supposed to die, and then he said he changed the script because it made him cry. And I was like, God damn you. Damn you to hell. Damn you to hell.
Us cry in a theater.
I wanted to cry like a bitch. There, I said it. All